It's another beautiful day.
Boy, it is really nice this morning.
Okay, and it's going to stay that way pretty much through the week.
That's the good news. That's what I understand.
Might as well enjoy it.
Take advantage of it.
Yes. The Motion Picture Academy announced the 2021 Oscars will happen, but they've been delayed 4 months, which to me is not a problem because some Oscar winners have made speeches that lasted that long.
Yeah.
Thank
Some
you,
of
Mom.
them feel like they're still going.
Yes. Thank you, me, because I'm wonderful, I'm beautiful, I'm talented, I deserve everything that you throw at me, right?
Yeah, love and kisses. Love and kisses.
Yep. Oh, well. Anyway, recent survey out said 18% of those who responded said they've had a nightmare about the pandemic.
You're not really surprised about that, are you?
Not really, but a friend of mine, an old high school friend of mine, said he had a pandemic nightmare. He dreamed he washed his hands so much his fingers fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he couldn't make nasty gestures at the other drivers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That would be tough.
I can understand that.
Ah, well. Okay, today we have a day. It's Devil's Food Cake Day. Do you like Devil's Food Cake?
That's not bad.
Yeah. What kind of icing or frosting would you put on a Devil's Food Cake?
None. I just use the syrup from the strawberries. That's what I would do.
Syrup from strawberries? What's strawberries got to do with Devil's Food Cake?
Well, that you put strawberries on a Devil's Food Cake.
Oh, okay.
And I wouldn't put icing. I would put the syrup that can be made from the strawberries.
Okay. Yeah, that's assuming you can get fresh strawberries, right?
Yeah, well, it'd be as season permits.
Yes.
That's the disclaimer.
Yeah. Anyway, it's also Scooter Day. Let's hear it for Scooter.
Now, is that somebody's name, Scooter?
I was going to say, that used to be a nickname. Phil Rizzuto was Scooter.
Yeah, I never really figured out how that became a nickname, but...
I don't know, but
it is, or it is.
Yeah. Back in our day, most everybody had a nickname anyway, right?
A lot of people did.
Yeah. Oh, well. Did you have a nickname?
Not really.
Okay.
Not really.
Yeah, mine was Buck, which was interesting when somebody... Yeah, I've got 3 brothers, and our friends all called us, "Hey, Buck." Yeah.
1, 2, and 3.
Yes. My older brother, who served in the U.S. Army and spent basically his whole tour in Germany, has been doing some research and finding some of his old buddies from the military. And he said it's been difficult because in the military, everybody calls you by your last name.
That's true. Yeah.
And he says, I can remember the last names. It's awful tough finding the first names.
Finding the first ones. Yeah.
Yes.
Things you don't think about at the time.
Yeah. Never thought about that. Ah, well. Are you ready for some birthdays?
Birthdays.
Okay.
Yes.
TV personality. I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
David Hartman is 85. Actor James Fox is 81. Not Jamie Foxx. James Fox, 81. Actress Nancy Kwan is 81. Pete Townsend. Who?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's 70. What? He's 75. And Dusty Hill of ZZ Top, 71. I love ZZ Top. Singer, actress, model Grace Jones, 69. And drummer Phil Rudd of AC/DC, 66. I'm not a big AC/DC fan. Actor Stephen Ford, 64. Actress Tony Lewis is 60. Actor Jason Gray Stanford is 50. And comedian Michael Che is 37. Actor Eric Lloyd is 34. And actor Nolan Lyons is 19. You got that?
I got that. I'm making a note of that.
Yes. Write that down. Make sure you send them a card, okay?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Put them on my list.
Yes. We've got local birthdays coming up.
What are your plans for the next one? Earthquake, that is. 1230 KXO has a tip for what you can do after the quake. Be prepared for aftershocks, stay calm, and lend a hand to others. For more information on earthquake preparedness, call the American Red Cross, the Imperial County Office of Emergency Services, or call us here at 1230 KXO.
We have our happy birthday wishes for today's birthday people. Happy birthday, Bruce Kuhn, David Binder, Gloria Castello, Justin Sanchez, Ben Anaya, Anastasia de la Riva, Elizabeth Oliveras, Gloria Villas, Jason Iyer, Maria Aguayo, Shirley Washburn, Tina Camillo, and Manuel Vasquez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay. Anything new and exciting happening? Ho-hum.
Ho-hum. Yeah, well, we made it through Monday, and it was a Monday.
Yes, in more ways than one.
More ways than one or
Yes.
two or three.
I do have a pandemic question for you.
Mm-hmm.
How long will it be before I can tell someone, have a nice day, without them looking at me like I'm crazy?
It's going to be a while.
Okay.
It's going to be a while.
So, and I know you and Gloria are adjusting to the whole thing, Pam and I as well. I think it's easier for some of us that are, well, how do I put it? Some of us that are older.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. That's, you could say refined. You
Yes.
know, like a fine
Yes,
glass.
mature.
Mature, yeah.
Though sometimes I wonder about that one. Yeah,
Depends
it's
on what time of the day or what day of the week.
yes. Well, you know, you're only young once, but you can be immature at any age.
Over and over again.
Yes. Well, but I think for those of us who are a little bit more mature, it's a little bit easier. And for Pam and I, you know, the family is not here. So that part of the social distancing and isolation and everything hasn't been a big issue. You know, like you got grandma and grandpa, and the kids and the grandkids are here.
Mm-hmm.
It's awful tough not to get together.
That's true. That it is.
Yeah. And granddaughter Emily Ann will graduate from Millard South High School, one of 600 that will graduate in a virtual ceremony online this Saturday.
That I will never miss is when we can quit using the word virtual for
Yes.
everything.
Yeah,
Nothing replaces the real thing.
exactly. And explain that to Em. You know, well, and with the seniors this year, they lost prom, they lost graduation, they lost a lot of things.
In fact, we don't know and won't for some time all the things that they lost.
Yeah.
We
And
won't
and Em will be attending University of Nebraska, and she doesn't know yet whether it will be online or on campus.
Yeah. Maybe a combination of both. Who knows?
Who knows? So, okay. Are you ready for news?
We've got some news coming
We
up.
can jump in and take care of that. It's a look at World and California news headlines, brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning. Don't be fooled. The weather right now is gorgeous, but it's going to get hot. Call Lock Air Conditioning today. Have them do a preseason checkup to make sure your AC will make it through the summer.
CBS News Update. President Trump is taking the controversial drug hydroxychloroquine to prevent the coronavirus, something that Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany says was prescribed by the White House doctor. She says the doc put it down on paper to say the treatment is legitimate.
If it were any other president of the United States, the media would take him at his word. The purpose of this letter was to give a medical rationale for the decision that the president announced was made in consultation with his doctor.
As the president continues to use and promote the drug, some experts question its effectiveness. CBS News medical contributor Dr. David Agus on the drug's merits.
What we know with COVID-19 is the data look and appear that the earlier you treat, the better the outcome. So with each individual patient, you look and you say, what's the risk that there's going to be complications for this patient? And maybe you'd want to be a little bit more aggressive with the President of the United States.
Meanwhile, they say tests continue on the drug's effects on the virus. They say they should have some more positive results later on this year. CBS News Update, I'm Bill Rakoff.
Lock Air Conditioning wants you to protect the things you care about. Protect your family with the air scrubber that utilizes Active Pure, certified technology to protect against airborne and surface contaminants. Clean, deodorize, purify, and protect not only your family, but your home. The air scrubber installs easily to your heating and cooling system, and it's made in the USA. Call Lock Air Conditioning now for details. 760-353-4501. Lock Air Conditioning, and protect the things you care about. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. Governor Gavin Newsom says most California counties now meet the criteria to advance to phase 2 of reopening.
Roughly 53 of the 58 counties would be eligible to move into this phase.
Newsom saying that includes allowing pro sporting events without spectators. Law enforcement in several counties in the Fresno Valley announcing they will no longer enforce the governor's coronavirus shelter-in-place order. Sheriffs in Tulare, Merced, and Fresno counties stating they're not concerned with citing normally law-abiding citizens when criminals are being released on the zero bail policy. State Assembly Budget Committee meets on the revised state budget. Assemblyman Phil Ting is the chair and wants to make sure those who are unemployed because of the health crisis continue to get help.
If we don't help people who are on the financial edge from going into bankruptcy or becoming homeless, and eventually they come back and become part of CalWORKS and the Medi-Cal caseload.
The budget unveiled last week by the governor anticipating a $54.3 billion shortfall. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Call Lock Air Conditioning today for that preseason air conditioning checkup.
I saved big money with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, so I finally bought that new set of golf clubs. Watch out, Fairway. Here I come.
This is not a real testimonial. Sure, customers can save big with Progressive, but your other expenses won't just disappear. Are those clubs going to help you when the hot water heater dies? Also, it sounds like your money is better spent on golf lessons.
Time to go shoot the course record.
No, but maybe time for a reality check. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Right now, the world feels different as we stay apart to make sure we can safely come back together. Till then, there is something you can do without even leaving your home. Respond to the 2020 census online, by phone, or by mail. The census impacts where hundreds of billions in federal funding will go for things like hospitals, schools, and roads. Now is the time to go to 2020census.gov. It's as easy as it is important. Shape your future. Start here at 2020census.gov. Paid for by U.S. Census Bureau.
It's page one of the local news. Page one is a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They've got 2 locations in the Valley, one in Brawley, another in El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news for a Tuesday morning, the number of active COVID-19 cases in Imperial County continues to grow. The Imperial County Public Health Department updated the results of COVID-19 testing in the Valley. As of Monday evening, there are now 876 total positive cases of the virus, 529 currently active. The number of positive cases jumped 76 from Monday morning numbers, and the 5 cases also increased 76 over the same time frame. The increase came from 488 additional tests recorded. So far, there have been 15 deaths in the county attributed to the coronavirus. The Imperial County Fire Department has another busy weekend. Friday evening, they responded to a report of a vehicle in a canal. The vehicle was fully submerged in the canal near Austin and Keystone Roads. There was no one in the vehicle. The IID dive team recovered the car on Saturday morning. Saturday evening, Imperial County Fire Department responded to a structure fire in Winter Haven. Manpower and equipment from the city of Yuma and Hopeville assisted. And on Sunday evening, Imperial County Fire Department responded to another haystack fire, this one in the area of Austin Road and Interstate 8. KXO News Time 7:43.
It's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers for all your service needs. Lube, oil, and filter change, brake job, battery or wheel balance and alignment. Quick Lane can handle it, and they service all makes and all models. Oh, you never need an appointment. Tires, all the best brands at the best price, guaranteed. See your Quick Lane service advisor for details. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in the Brawley Auto Plaza, Highway 86 and Julia Drive, and on Imperial Avenue in El Centro, right next to Food for Less.
Well, beware. A reminder, a new stop sign is going to come into play here very shortly. The city of El Centro is installing a new four-way stop at the intersection of Wake Avenue and Thomas Drive. The new stop signs will go into effect this Wednesday, May 20th. East and westbound traffic on Wake will be required to stop at Thomas Drive. Yes, that was an earthquake early this morning at 12:15 a.m. On the Richter scale, it was a 3.1. It was centered 20 miles southeast of Mexicali. That concludes this edition of Local News. Page 2 coming up.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 2 locations in the valley. On Highway 86, right next to Food for Less in El Centro. And in the Brawley Auto Center, that's Highway 86 in Julia Drive. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
We are strong, and we'll get through this together. But these are stressful times. Reach out to someone, connect with your friends, and know that you are not alone. Visit wearebroadcasters.com/hope, furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
It's page 2 of the local news and a look at weather. And it's all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for life insurance, health insurance, or retirement planning.
In other local news, the county has set aside money for a loan program to aid local for-profit and nonprofit businesses. The Board of Supervisors set aside $500,000 for businesses struggling to survive because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Funding for the program will come from existing community and ag benefit funds. There is a limit of $10,000 per qualifying applicant. The loan will include a forgiveness clause should the business prove it has maintained or hired back its previous workforce. Conditions set to qualify for the loan program include they must be a for-profit or nonprofit business in Imperial County that is an agriculture, commercial manufacturing, retail, or service industry. There must be a physical establishment in Imperial County and have a current city or county license and be in operation as of December 31st of 2019. Applicants must have a demonstrated hardship due to COVID-19. The funds may be used for short-term working capital needs, such as lease, mortgage payments, payroll, materials, supplies, and services. The application process will begin on May 18th, so that began yesterday. More information and applications are available at the county website. The Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors will meet today. Closed session starts at 8 a.m. and the board will reconvene in open session at 1 this afternoon. Among items on the agenda is a quarterly financial update from CFO Belen Valenzuela, as well as an amendment to the geothermal lease agreement with Hell's Kitchen Geothermal, LLC. The meeting is at the IID Auditorium on Broadway in El Centro. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic and state guidelines, the boardroom will be limited to directors and staff. The meeting will be live streamed on the IID website. The Brawley City Council meets this evening. Council will receive an update on the city's declaration of local emergency as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. The update will come from the Fire Chief, Mike York, County Supervisor Ryan Kelly, and Dr. Richard Runghog, Brawley Elementary School District Superintendent. And finally, according to the U.S. Border Patrol, over 9 pounds of methamphetamine was found in a spare tire of a BMW sedan. which approached the Highway 111 immigration checkpoint near Nyland shortly after noon on Friday, where a Border Patrol canine team alerted to the car. In secondary, inspection agents discovered the meth hidden in the spare tire. The drugs have a street value of over $17,000. The driver, a 33-year-old woman, a U.S. citizen, was turned over to the DEA. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
David H. West Insurance has been helping residents in Imperial Valley for many years with their insurance needs. David, Jose, and staff are trained professionals who can help you make the right decision with your insurance coverage, from health, Medicare, and most importantly, a life insurance plan. How much life insurance do you need and what's your monthly cost? We'll call David H. West Insurance today to make an appointment and get a free quote on a life insurance plan that's right for you and your family at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley with the weather update.
The National Weather Service says cooler temperatures can be expected today and tomorrow as a dry weather disturbance slides through the region. This system will also bring a notable increase in winds across the Imperial and Yuma valleys. Calmer and more seasonable weather will return by the end of the week as temperatures return closer to seasonal normals. 94 the high yesterday, 65 the low. Wind gusts peaked at 36 miles an hour overnight. Today will be sunny with a high near 82. West winds 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 58. West wind 15 to 20 miles an hour, becoming southwest 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Winds could gust as high as 30 miles an hour. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 88. West wind about 5 miles per hour. We have 68 degrees downtown, 46% relative humidity. Wind is coming out of the west at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Page 2 of the local news and the weather brought to you this morning by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage. David H. West Insurance Services.
Operating a business during these unprecedented times can be extremely stressful. As our community navigates how to reopen while keeping employees and customers safe and healthy, EFR is here to help. EFR Environmental Services is now offering state-of-the-art decontamination services for offices, warehouses, equipment, vehicles, schools, first responders, and more, using a 3-step process, extensively trained technicians, EPA-approved chemicals, and an electrostatic spraying system. EFR provides the most comprehensive decontamination service on the market. Help us fight COVID-19 and keep our communities safe. Contact EFR today for a free quote at 760-562-4738. That's 760-562-4738. Or visit them on the web at efrenviro.com. EFRENVIRO.com.
It's sports time. So, what's going on in the world of sports? A lot of talk. Yeah. And governors from New York, California, and Texas said yesterday that professional sports could resume in their respective states in the near future. Yeah, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo said he is encouraging major sports teams in the state to plan to reopen without fans. And Governor Gavin Newsom said that sports could resume without fans in California as soon as the first week or so of June. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said professional sports without fans could resume at the end of May. He also said Little League Baseball can resume play with parents watching under social distancing guidelines. And speaking of baseball, well, the Major League Baseball Players Association says, hey, whoa, wait a minute. Yeah, Major League Baseball owners are talking about a 50-50 revenue split. Players are not happy. Players have said, hey, we already agreed to reduced pay. And, it's uncharted territory. And besides, we can't trust Major League Baseball's claims. Yeah, they don't trust these guys?
Hi, this is Mike Morris from El Centro Motors. These are some trying times we're going through, but I'm going to tell you something. In my 40-year history with Ford Motor, I have never seen incentives like this. 0% for 84 months and no payments for 6 months. 0% on Super Duty. That's unheard of. So if you don't come see us first, we can't save you any money. And we're open right now.
0% for 84 months on new 2019 Fords in stock. Excludes Raptor, Shelby, Escape, Transit, and Super Duty. Payment relief up to 6 months on select inventory. Not all buyers will qualify for the 0% and Ford Motor Credit Company. See dealer for details. El Centro Motor Showroom is open Monday through Saturday from 9 till 6. Stay safe, stay healthy. It's that easy. Well, staying with small ball, Bartolo Colon says he wants to pitch one more Major League Baseball season. Yeah, Big Sexy is 47, says he wants one more year, and if he could choose a team, it would be the New York Mets. Go for it. The NFL is testing new face masks with surgical material. Okay, yeah, and NFL engineers and sports equipment company Oakley are testing prototypes of modified face masks that might contain surgical or N95 material. And the NFL Players Association's medical director says, okie dokie, see what you come up with. And speaking of NFL, Thursday night, we've got another great postseason NFL game coming your way. The Minnesota Vikings, the New Orleans Saints in a 2009 NFC playoff game Thursday night, and that will be at 5 p.m. Coming up on Monday, the 25th, Memorial Day. You remember Super Bowl I? Well, you weren't even born then. That was 1967. Green Bay and Kansas City, Monday night at 5. We've got that game for you on AM 1230. That's it for Sports Time. Stick around. We've got to look at financial news and weather just ahead.
There's a lot going on right now, and broadcasters are on the ground covering all of it, bringing you the weather, the traffic, and breaking news, all while entertaining you 24 hours a day. Someone needs to tell you what's going on around the world and in our hometowns, and that someone is us. We are free radio. We are always there. We are broadcasters. Visit wearebroadcasters.com or text radio to 52886 to learn more. Furnished by NAB and this station.
Well, how about a look at financial news brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991. What's going on in the markets? U.S. stocks open mostly lower today following the best day for the S&P 500 index and the Dow Jones Industrial Average since early April. Wall Street is watching for congressional testimony from Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell and U.S. Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin, and parsing earnings reports from major retailers, including Dow Components, Walmart, and Home Depot. Powell and Mnuchin are set to appear via video conference before the Senate Banking Committee as part of testimony required by the $2 trillion economic relief package approved by Congress that is intended to provide assistance to small businesses and individuals who have been affected by the lockdown protocols in place to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. The Fed chair already has suggested that lawmakers, rather than monetary policymakers, need to do more to support an economy that is likely in the throes of a deep recession as a result of actions taken to curtail the viral outbreak. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 93 points right now at 24,500. And the other indexes, well, it's kind of a mixed market right now as the Dow is down, but the S&P 500 is even, and the NASDAQ is up 55. Gold up $13.40 an ounce, and oil is up 48 cents per barrel.
The food insecurity rate for Imperial Valley is estimated at 17% for all residents. Tragically, it soars to 33% for our children. Imagine 1 of every 3 children are challenged by hunger. The Imperial Valley Food Bank is striving to end hunger in the valley. When kids have nutritious food to eat, they learn more in school, are sick less often, crime declines, and the cycle of poverty can end. This is John Levada asking you to support the Imperial Valley Food Bank.
We'll have sunny skies today with a high near 82. West wind 15 to 25 miles an hour with gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. Clear tonight with a low around 58. West winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, gusting up to 30 miles an hour. And the winds will turn out of the southwest 5 to 10 miles an hour after midnight. Wednesday will be sunny with a high near 88. West wind about 5 miles per hour. And we have 68 degrees, 43% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 20 to 25 miles an hour. Financial news and weather brought to you by the Imperial Valley Food Bank, fighting hunger in Imperial County since 1991.
Yes, the doors are open at Green's Jewelry and Gifts, just in time for graduation, and they're following all CDC guidelines. We're all doing our best to get through this. Now, there's lots of proud students moving on and proud parents seeing their kids succeed. You can give something special to your graduate with a keepsake gift from Green's Jewelry and Gifts. Green's has plenty of gift-giving ideas that can be treasured for a lifetime. There's no better way to show your graduate how proud you are of them than with a gift from Green's Jewelry and Gifts, 670 Broadway in El Centro. And don't forget Dad, Father's Day is June 21st.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
On the hour, presented by Capital One Bank.
I'm Steve Kathan in northern New Jersey. We're learning more about President Trump's admission that he's on medication in the midst of the coronavirus pandemic.
A letter from the president's physician, Navy Commander Dr. Sean Conley, says he and Mr. Trump discussed the risks of hydroxychloroquine. White House Press Secretary Kayleigh McEnany tells reporters she also discussed the drug with FDA Commissioner Stephen Hahn.
He told me that it has a good safety profile, but should always be prescribed in the context of a doctor prescribing it to their patients.
Hahn's agency has warned against taking hydroxychloroquine outside of a hospital setting out of concern it could cause heart trouble. Stephen Portnoy, CBS News, Washington.
The president's threatening the U.S. will permanently cut off funding to the World Health Organization. Mr. Trump's been critical of how the group dealt with the outbreak in China and wants changes in 30 days. Dr. David Nabarro is an official with the WHO.
Sometimes it feels like a bad dream. And for staff inside the organization, there are Americans in there, many, and they're doing such good work. They can't understand it.
Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin is telling Congress the U.S. faces permanent damage from a prolonged economic shutdown.
We are continuing to see large unemployment and other negative indicators. It is important to realize that the large number represents real people. This is why it is so important to begin bringing people back to work in a safe way.
In one state, there are serious questions about virus numbers, as we hear from CBS's Jim Krasula.
The Georgia Department of Public Health has apologized for releasing erroneous data that suggested the number of confirmed coronavirus cases decreasing in the state. Republican Governor Brian Kemp used the information to justify the state's aggressive COVID-19 reopening.
CBS's Nancy Cordes has the latest today on the controversial firing of Steve Linick, the State Department's Inspector General.
In an interview with the Washington Post, Secretary Pompeo said that Linick's work was undermining the State Department and that the Obama appointee wasn't performing a function in a way that we had tried to get him to, claiming that he was unaware that Linick may also have been investigating Pompeo himself for allegedly directing a political appointee to run personal errands.
The widow of astronaut and Senator John Glenn has died. Annie Glenn was 100 years old. First quarter of the year was a good one for Walmart, the retailer reporting higher profits after a surge in online sales of groceries and essential goods. Wall Street, the Dow is down 67 points. NASDAQ is higher today. This is CBS News.
Why settle for average? With Capital One, you can open a new savings account with a rate 5 times the national average. Welcome to Banking Reimagined. What's in your wallet? Capital One N.A., member FDIC.
You check things all the time, like your email every 10 seconds, or your ex's Instagram.
But what about checking something as important as your credit? Well, Discover makes it quick, easy, and best of all, free. Discover is now offering FICO credit scores, the score used by 90% of top lenders for free, even if you're not a customer. Checking your score won't hurt your credit, and you can check each month for changes, always for free. The Discover Credit Scorecard, free for everyone. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
At Walgreens, we know summer may look a little different this year. That's why we've made it easier to enjoy the moments you do make with new ways to shop. With shop online and pick up in our drive-thru, or quick same-day delivery on select items with Postmates, you can keep summer going. This week, find great deals like select varieties of Frito-Lay chips for $1.88 and Dr. Pepper 12 packs, 3 for $7.99. Walgreens. Offers valid with card while supplies last. Restrictions and exclusions apply. See walgreens.com for details.
If the play's the thing, then a tragedy's unfolding thanks to the coronavirus in Britain.
Tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
There may be no tomorrow for Shakespeare's Globe. Artistic director Michelle Terry says the replica theatre on the banks of London's Thames lost all its income when the pandemic forced it to close its doors.
So when that income stops, the few reserves we've got in the bank, that's how long you will last, really.
It is a tale.
In the meantime, the Globe has put this production of Macbeth online for free,
Fury signifying nothing.
trying to remain part of the cultural conversation for as long as it can. Vicki Barker, CBS News, London.
Women's Wear Daily reports Amazon is in talks to possibly buy the troubled retailer JCPenney. Penny's outlined a plan yesterday to close 240 of its stores permanently under its bankruptcy filing. Company's stock is trading at about 17 cents a share. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Balance of nature, changing the world, one life at a time.
The difference I noticed with this is that I haven't even gotten the sniffle. Since I've been on, I haven't gotten the cold. So somehow it has, supplemented and complemented my immune response.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering free shipping and 35% off on any new preferred order. Call 1-800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com today and use discount code FRUITS.
I've always wanted to learn another language, so I decided to give Babbel a try, and I really like the teaching method of the app. I started with the beginner lesson on Babbel, and soon you're putting words into a conversation. Each lesson takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and they're all really different, which keeps things interesting. I can't wait to use my Spanish skills in real life. Dos cervezas, por favor.
Now try Babbel free. Just go to Babbel.com or download the Babbel app. That's BABBEL.com.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for
Carroll Buckley.
things he says and like you can connect to them.
AM 1230 KXO. 1230 KXO.